And during that period, we had scripts written for that, and we used to get emails every hour if there is any long running job more than the required time. We used to get emails. So as soon as I get that, we used to go and check the logs, in the job monitor, where it is taking time, where exactly the job is getting stuck, and then if it can be fixed. So all those measures would be checked, and also we had first we should inform the users. So we used to inform them in email that we are facing this problem. So this data won't be available today until the issue is resolved, and then we used to raise the ticket for that, for fixing that particular job, and then again test it, fix the job, test in development, then later test it, and then move to the production again.
So you need to say that you will be holding the complete production batch, and you will be moving to the lower environment, you will be testing it, and you will be promoting it again.
Yes, because testing is necessary.
So what if that cannot be moved to lower environment if it needs to be fixed on immediate basis?
Yeah, in that case, yeah, if there are some if the changes are if we are sure that it won't affect any other functionality, then in that case direct fix in the production would be done. We just need to raise the ticket and then do your changes. And then, yeah, that's it. If there is any major issue, then that has to be tested into this one, development, lower environments.
Okay, so how will be moving the code from one environment to other environment?
Yeah, we used to take the ISX and then from this one store it in our local, and then deploy it in whatever required environments. And then later fix it.
Are you using any separate tools or direct code movement, manually import export or something?
No, it's like a DataStage utility itself, export import.
Oh, you are using the DataStage utilities to import export?
Yeah.
All your projects, earlier projects also?
Yes, earlier project also.
Okay. So, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you might have experience in the join and lookup stage, right?
Yes.
In which scenario do you go with the join and which scenario do you go for lookup, and what are the advantages and disadvantages about those two?
Okay. Actually, join, we should prefer it when we have huge volume of data, because what join does is it does a high-speed sort on the both data sets, and then because of that, the performance will increase. And lookup, it can handle only less volume of data. So you should make sure that the source and reference data are in particular ratio, and then only you can use that lookup if there is less amount of data, and if you think that reference is less, so there is not much lookup required. In that case, you can use lookup. Otherwise, it will corrupt, because it cannot handle huge volume of data. It's less in memory, because it stores all the data in the memory, so we'll get memory issues over there. So,
let's say if we have some amount of data, which would we go with the lookup or join?
Sorry, what amount of data?
Some handful of records, some less amount of data only.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can use either lookup or join, which one you would go for that?
Yeah, I'll first check the data, the source and whatever reference I'm being used. If the reference data is very less, then I'll go with the lookup, because it won't take much time in looking up that much of data. If both the tables are very huge in volume, then I'll go with the join.
Okay. So does any of the join support results?
No.
If you want to capture any of the rejected records when there is no match in the join, how would you handle?
You can use this one. There is one more stage, merge stage. So we can use that in if we want to handle the rejects.
Okay, so you can say that if you want to have before records in it, instead of join, you have to go for merge and capture.
Yeah, merge. And also lookup also handles rejects, but again that depends on the data volume.
Okay. So all type of joins can be performed using lookup for any specific.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Joins page, there we can join and lookup, we can perform all types of joins, right?
Yes.
Okay.
In join, you can perform like inner join, left outer, right out. So that will go to another file.
Okay. So if I want to capture like 40 to 50 records in 100 records in using DataStage.
In 100 records, you want 50 records.
30 to 40 records.
Okay, first 40 records if you want. There is one row generator stage over here. So there you can give this one, take one number column integer, and then send it to the head stage. There is head stage which will capture all the records which you mentioned in that.
Okay. Let's see the job is running on more than one node.
Mm-hmm. No, you can.
Is there a difference? If the job is running on one node or multiple nodes, is there any difference for the solution?
If it is running on more than one node, then okay, you want only first 50. Then you can make that this one to run in sequential mode in the properties. Run it in sequential mode, and in head stage you can mention that number of rows per partition, how many rows you need, and then send it to the sequential file. Like if you want 40 records, and mention number of rows per partition as 40.
But it would be running on multiple nodes, so different partitions will be there, right?
No, if you are changing it to sequential, then there won't be any partitions over there. It will go to single node.
And okay, how is there any difference for the job if it's running in single node? Will it suffer parallelism?
If the job is running in single node,
Will it suffer parallelism?
will it suffer?
I mean, DataStage generally suffer parallelism, right?
Huh?
So the job, let's assume the job is running on single node.
Okay.
Do you think the job will be running in parallelism or sequential mode?
Yeah, if the job is running in sequential mode, then that's what
Single
it.
node, not sequential mode, single node.
Okay, single node.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, if it is on single node, then it means that it is sequential, because you won't have to partition the data. It will just go in one node, so it will be one single flow from source to the target. So if it is partitioned, if it is more than one node, then definitely you will have two partitions, two nodes. So your data will be split according to the partitions you use.
Let's go to the question related to it.
Okay.
What is the difference between row ID and row number?
Row ID, Actually, row ID is nothing but it is a unique, identifier of any record. Like it is stored in hexadecimal, so it is very unique. Even like if you want to find row ID of particular record, say that second record, so that will always be the same. It is unique hexadecimal number. But row num, what it is it changes according to your data. For example, if you want to fetch first 10 rows, then you'll give name numbers as row ID, like row num less than 10, if you want to fetch. So again, if you give some conditions, then again if you do less than 10 rows, then you'll get some different records. So that is not fixed. It is just temporary row num, but row ID is unique identifier.
Okay, so there are like 100 records.
Mm-hmm.
I want to capture only 65th record. After having some certain requirements and the data is loaded, and in some specific order it got loaded from 100 records. I want to capture only 65th record.
Mm-hmm.
Using SQL, how do we do that?
Only 66 records. So in the condition you can...
Okay. Only one record and that would be 66th record.
Okay, 66th record. Yeah, like if that's what, if you don't matter that particular, like doesn't matter that if you want to get that same record itself, then you can use the row number here and mention row number equal to 66. Then you will get that record.
If row number equal to 66, you will be getting that.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, quite. Like I'm not sure.
Okay.
Otherwise, row ID.
Alright. Have you ever encountered remove duplicates or handle duplicates?
Yes. Yeah, in DataStage, right?
Database file and DB loaded to your warehouse table or file, right? I mean, in database level I'm asking. In database level you have some duplicated records.
Yes.
You want to remove that. How will you do that?
Using SQL?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to remove the duplicates. So here what you can do is use the subquery. Like in the subquery, select maximum row ID from the table, and then you need to do the self join here, because in order to get the duplicates. So select max. For example, I'm taking like there is a table called as table. So select max row ID from table. You can give as T2, where one more. Okay, let me tell you whole query. Delete from table T1 where row ID not in. Then in your inner query, select max of row ID from table T2 where T1 dot that ID is equal to T2 dot ID, like whatever field you want to remove duplicate, that field. So here basically what it does is it will get the maximum row ID from, if you are having 3 duplicates, it will select max row ID. So it will delete not in this row ID. So rest of the 2 records will be deleted and this max record will be retained. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Yes, you went low. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, that's okay. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Have you ever encountered data stage performance or equal performance?
Yes, like there were some issues with data stage job performance.
So
So
what you have done for that executive parallel
yeah, like first, like we used to check the job, in the job monitor, you will get to know where the job is taking more time, in which stage, then work accordingly with that stage. Okay, if that is the stage, then is the query taking time? Then work on that query in SQL and check how much time it is taking and is it matching with the data stage director logs. So if that is fine, then again check if you are using correct partition methods or not, because sometimes we just select wrong partition method. So based on that, that is also very important. And also check your data, how much is the volume of data and what stages you are using, whether you should use join instead of lookup stage, or if the data is less but still you are using join. So there you can minimize and use lookup. So like that, we used to check everything and then make the job changes and then test the performance and then deploy it.
Have you ever tuned in your experience what performance we just given the answers that would be the best practices of data stage. I agree for that totally.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was asking is, in your experience, what you have experienced and what is your
Yes, that's what.
What you said with it, different best practices of data stage.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was really asking is, what you were encountered in your real-time experience, and how did you do that?
Yes, here, what we had in this one was there were many data sources involved. So the performance was very less since it was in different DB. So there again, that query tuning and all would be done. Sometimes whatever old jobs were there, they were all the columns had been selected. So there again, whatever is needed, only I kept those and removed that. And later, as I said, we had moved from server to this one parallel. That time only migrated everything. So everything was new for everyone. So initially when we were migrating, partitions were not correct. So again, after there was one senior in our team member, so he guided everything. You should check the partition and all. So most of the thing was auto. Then again. That's what implemented this partition auto instead of auto, if it was hash and.
Okay, you mean to say that you have broken entirely only based on the partition things, right?
Yeah, partition and also in SQL, some tuning, query tuning and all. And also stages.
How did you tune the query? What was the problem and how did you give the solution for that to give better performance?
Query tuning, it was basically that's what table joins and all. There were some joints which were not necessary in the where condition, so that was eliminated. And rest of the things, that's what I used to check this one explain plan in SQL. So based on that, I used to check, is it scanning the whole table or how it is going. So like that, I used to tune based on that is the particular situation.
Okay, so you said there's wrong joint and it is able to what join and what other joint?
There were few tables where same data was being moved. So everything was being joined. So later, we got to know that from client that those are not necessary. You can refer only one table, that's fine, because we get same data in both. So in that case, we kept only one join and then one table and then joined.
In let's focus on basic programming. You said you have not much exposure to scripting and you have got all these basic Unix commands, right?
Sorry?
You said that you have only not much exposure to scripting and only basic Unix commands, right?
Yeah, basic in the sense like that's what I used to go and update the job names and everything in that scripting part.
Okay, how can you get the record count in dataset?
Record count WC minus L.
Dataset.
In data stage you're asking?
Yeah, dataset.
Okay. In data set, you can probably like take the aggregator and then get the count aggregator stage.
How can you view how can you view the dataset?
Without?
How can you read the dataset?
No, that data set is not in readable format. So we cannot read it.
If you want to view any data in the dataset, or not to check whether the dataset is properly or not, how will you check that?
Okay, like in data set, I think I'm not sure if it is having view data. View data, I'm not sure. Yeah.
That's okay. And I have a file, and there are some 100 records. I would like to display some records from 9 to 100.
Okay. 9 to 100 you want to display.
There-
Okay. 9 to 100. So in this one, let me take change. Mm, 9 to 100. I'm thinking if we can use row generator and then transformation row num function add in row num and then
This is not a problem.
mm.
You have heard about the fixed width and lead interface, right?
About sorry
Fixed width first and lead interface.
yes
So you might have worked in both of the first, or you have experience only in one set of time.
no I have experienced both. Yeah, we had both requirements.
You have both the requirements, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there are like 10 columns, so this is fine.
Mm-hmm.
In the Unix file, I want to extract only 7th field. All the data, there are like 100 records in the file.
Mm-hmm.
Complete seventh field data I want to get in the file using Unix command.
Okay, using Unix command 7 records. You mean 7 columns you want?
Only 7th column.
Only 7th column. Okay. Actually, there is um, this one Z command hyphen n if you want to capture this record. So Z minus n and then the number of the this one you want record. So maybe in quotes you can give single quotes you can give 7 and then p, so that will get that print that particular record, and then the file name you can give like this.
Yes, no problem. Yeah.